If you know exactly what you need to do, but still can't make yourself start, this video is for you. You're not lazy, you're not broken, and you don't need another giant productivity system. You probably just need one thing: a next clear action. Most people think they're procrastinating because they lack discipline, but often they're procrastinating because the task in front of them is too vague. Work on my business, study, get organized, fix my schedule, be productive. These sound like tasks, but they are not tasks. They are clouds, and your brain cannot execute a cloud. Here's the problem. When a task is unclear, your brain treats it like a threat. Not because the task is impossible, but because the starting point is hidden. So your mind starts searching for certainty. Where do I begin? What if I do it wrong? What if it takes too long? What if I'm already behind? And while your brain is trying to solve all of that, you open your phone. You check one thing, then another. Then somehow 20 minutes disappear. That's not always a discipline problem. That's a clarity problem. The next clear action rule fixes this. It is simple. Never start with the whole task. Start with the next visible move. Not the perfect move, not the biggest move, the next clear move. If your task is clean my room, the next clear action might be pick up the clothes from the chair. If your task is study, the next clear action might be open the textbook to chapter 3. If your task is work on my business, the next clear action might be write the first 3 bullet points for the offer. If your task is plan my week, the next clear action might be write down every appointment already on the calendar. Small? Yes, but that is the point. A small, clear action beats a big, vague intention every single time. Here's where most people get this wrong. They try to motivate themselves into action before they define the action. They say, I just need to focus. I just need to stop being lazy. I just need to lock in. But focus does not come before clarity. Clarity comes before focus. Your brain does not need pressure. It needs a target. And the smaller the target, the easier it is to hit. So here is the 3-step method. Step 1. Name the real task. Ask yourself, what am I actually trying to move forward? Not what am I worried about? Not what am I avoiding? What is the real task? For example, I need to make progress on my assignment. I need to clean the kitchen. I need to start editing the video. I need to prepare for tomorrow. That gives your brain a direction. Step 2. Shrink it until it is impossible to misunderstand. This is the key.
If the action still feels heavy, it is probably too big. Clean the kitchen is too big. Put 5 dishes in the sink is clear. Edit the video is too big. Open the editing file is clear. Get healthier is too big. Fill a glass of water is clear. You are not trying to finish everything. You are trying to create movement, because movement changes your state. Once you start, the task becomes less mysterious. And when the task becomes less mysterious, it becomes less scary. Step 3. Start for 5 minutes. Not 1 hour, not the whole afternoon, 5 minutes. Tell yourself, I only have to do the next clear action for 5 minutes. This lowers the resistance because your brain can argue with a huge commitment, but it has a much harder time arguing with 5 minutes. And most of the time, once you begin, you keep going, not because you forced yourself, but because starting created momentum. So the rule is simple. Name the real task, shrink it into the next clear action, start for 5 minutes. That's it. This works because procrastination often feeds on fog. The more unclear a task feels, the more emotional weight it carries. But the moment you turn that fog into one visible step, the weight starts to drop. Think of it like walking up a staircase in the dark. You don't need to see the entire staircase. You just need the next step, the next page, the next sentence, the next email, the next dish, the next file, the next click. That is how stuck days become moving days. Not through some dramatic life transformation, through one clear action repeated again and again. So here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one thing you have been avoiding, not 10 things, one. Now ask, what is the next clear action? Make it so small that it almost feels too easy. Then do it for 5 minutes, because the goal is not to feel ready. The goal is to start clearly. And if you want more simple systems for better focus, calmer days, and consistent progress, subscribe to Day 1 Optimizer. Better days are built from clear actions, and your next one can start now.